We
Can
are
I
live.
then burn a spell slot or no?
Depends. I know that for Andra, Zach lets me, though maybe he doesn't know. I've never really brought it up to him.
Okay.
I don't particularly. By the rules, no.
Yeah. By the rules, if you get
Yeah.
the ability to cast a certain spell using a feat, unless you can normally cast that spell within your own means by it
I
being
know.
attributed to
Yeah.
your class, you wouldn't be able to continue to cast it using spell slots
Yeah.
unless there's a house rule.
Yeah, I got you. So basically do it how Eldritch evocations work for Warlock. Just like detect magic that I can just cast and don't have to worry about. But it's, I can only do it once with detect magic for Phoenix. I can just keep casting it when it goes away.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about a character just constantly casting a cantrip nonstop.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah, you
Wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah? Yeah? You wanna, yeah?
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Was it yesterday?
Maybe.
Looks at yesterday.
Listen,
I
don't know if y'all know my character Enly, but
that's who you meant. Okay, my bad.
No,
Thought you
just
were talking
Enly.
about. My bad. But no, but Elden fully made me think I'm going to play this class one day. That is.
Yeah, Elden. Listen, Tempest Domain clerics are insane.
Cut out the ping.
I was like, yeah, I'll just do like a real quick 4th level Call Lightning, max damage.
I was just like, I had 12 wolves set up for y'all, and you just took out like half of them in one hand. Look what the hell! And then I had 2 people
who could beefy.
And then there was 2 people who could fireball, and I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, listen, if you're gonna have that many like enemies, like spread them out so that way they can't just get AoE'd instantly. Because I did 50 damage in one spell. Just one action. Not even a bonus action. Just one action.
I was just...
And I could have done it again.
When I heard 50
I chose to be
damage, I was like, what? I was like, what do you mean 50 damage?
What do you mean by that? What do you mean?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, but I had fun though.
And I was like, oh yeah, because my lightning spells do extra damage.
And then I blinked, and then there was a bunch of text all over the map, and I'm like, what are y'all doing?
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is the moment. It was the moment that text.
Don't restart.
It was the moment that text kept appearing. Then I was like, okay, I need to have the wolves leave.
Yes. So we should probably start. Who would like to give me a recap of last session?
To who?
You will get an inspiration if you do so.
If no one else,
We can do it. Yeah.
No.
Do I need to roll a dice for
it? I'll do it.
I was only taking it if no one else did.
Looks like an atlas then.
All right. So last session we started within Ibris, on our way out, following faint breeze, making its way throughout all the various passages and stairways, and we followed it and ended up meeting a spirit and a construct guarding a gate, which they would not allow us to pass through. Eventually, it became obvious that they were going to attack us for not leaving. So, battle initiates. We take them down fairly quickly and easily, and make our way through the gate, but not after somewhat discovering that they were wearing clothes that were similar to those who follow Aloris. So we enter the temple, that is through the end of the other gate, and it becomes clear pretty quickly that it is a temple of Aloris, with statues and such indicating that. We found a book that had all of these runes on it that were just variants of the same rune over and over. And those of us who could speak Primordial discovered that it was a modified Gust of Wind spell that would essentially read in Primordial when they were activated. And it gave us a piece of text that basically said in order to I support the words, in order to reveal this knowledge that needs to be brought back into the world again, that we needed to take one of two paths, either one lit with like flowers and mushrooms to take us to the I believe it's the ethereal plane, or no, the celestial plane, or one of a more physical path through a mountain of witches. And we decided at the end of the last session to take the physical path.
Mm-hmm. I will happily give you an inspiration. And so that is what you are doing. Most of you are beginning your travel through the Underdark. It is, well, dark. There are bioluminescent fungus and various plants as well growing about, crystals shining over gaps and cliffs. You will walk for quite a while, following the wind, making sure you are guided. You feel now you're moving upwards. Before, in Ibris, it's hard to say, but now you know for sure. You're traveling up. You're trying to find a way out of the Underdark, of which you are in its deepest recesses. In fact, as you leave, you actually notice the ocean, the dark, murky waters of the Underdark that lie on the lower parts of it. One that is said, if you ever step in, you will not step out. But you move, and you progress. And, I kind of want... See, we've already done 2 things of skill checks, right? I don't want to do another one so quickly, because we do one every session. So I think you all are traveling. I will have... Why don't I have one of you make either... Or all of you make either a perception or a survival check.
Perception, survival.
Both are equal for me.
Nice.
Wow.
Hey,
I'm gumming.
That was
so glad that that was not a 1.
That was so close.
Yeah. Elwyn, you are a bit more focused on... who has the book again? I believe Ridian has the book, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're a bit more focused on the path ahead. This is the farthest you've really ever traveled out. You're kind of enraptured by everything around you. This entire experience is new and different and fun.
Are you calling me a hermit?
I mean, that's up to you.
That's fun. Part of my lore, I wrote down that she's more like, she has the tendency to like stare at the sky or whatnot. So that's pretty much accurate. She's focused on something else.
Yeah. Arya, you... Let's see, what do you notice, Arya? Arya, I think you are more aware of your elevation, how close you are actually getting to the end of this path. And you feel it actually shouldn't take more than a couple days. You actually notice as you're walking, there is a slight break in the path where you see some of the stony walls begin to rise up, and you see some light shining from within, possibly a safe place to stay if/when you wanted to settle down. Violet, I'm gonna have to do... Violet, you notice that. You also notice, and you'll notice this too, Ridian, that there are tracks on the ground. There are specifically 2 pairs of tracks of a creature that, Violet, you don't know about. It seems to be non-humanoid. You see them clear as day, first of all. Ridian, on the other hand, with your survival check, you do know what this is. You've heard about it before. The ground is slightly raised. There are holes nearby, and after the holes, there are the pitter-patter of feet. Clearly some kind of scuffle. The terrain is disheveled, to say the least. There is a Bulette somewhere here. And do you know what a Bulette is?
Yeah, they're fucking big and scary.
That is true. They are big and scary.
Mm-hmm.
There is an additional
Kind of
worry.
got like a whale mouth.
Yeah. There is an additional worry given the Underdark's constant population of terrifying beasts. That this could be the remnants of a purple worm. Though you are kind of dissuaded from that idea. You think this might be a Bulette, possibly two.
All right, I point out the tracks. And can I tell if these are like older or anything?
Ooh, with a 25 on your survival check, I think they're actually relatively new. Less than a day old, most likely.
Great. Okay.
Do I see any? I mean, I'm fine with rolling another check if I have to. Do I see? I would say a body, but like it's probably gone. Do I see anything that's like left or like feet that have wandered off?
There,
To, like,
you do
hide.
see that there was a bit of a scuffle. I think with a 22 perception check, you do see some remnants of a fight. Whoever, if there was a survivor, they have pitter-pattered off down a path. You do see a small set of footprints. Though, make me an investigation check.
Sorry.
You're okay. Imagining that, well, I would point this out. Anyone that would like to make an investigation.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
Make an investigation check.
Make an -1 investigation. Let's go, guys. Hey, not bad.
16. Did anyone else want to roll investigation before I give the consensus?
Why not?
Please,
Go for it.
please, the high intelligence people, please.
Do you want us to run investigation?
Yeah.
Albeit with my perception, I'm probably,
Huh?
I'm not paying
Well,
attention,
perception's
so, like-
wisdom,
If you
and we've pointed out the tracks. So.
Oh, okay. If you point out the tracks, then
Mhm.
Mhm, mhm. 19. So, going sort of one at a time, Violet, Aria, and Ridian, you, all four of you notice the tracks, but you three can tell that they are humanoid. That they seem injured but okay. You see little bits of clothing or even like a little bit of hair on the ground, Ridian. Most likely from whatever kind of fight took place here. Elwyn, however, looking at the tracks, you are a little disconcerted because it's ever so slight of a change. Halfway while they're walking, there's a moment of scuffle where the dirt is moved quite a lot, feet rubbing into it, shoes not making very distinct footprints. And then they continue onwards in a direction, and you notice they are different now. Just a little bit. Just a little bit different. But the footprints change.
You point that out,
Hang on, I'm typing.
Oh, okay.
I write notes.
You're good. You're good. I was just
Uh,
asking if you pointed it out. That was all.
So Elwyn tilts her head a bit and goes, "Hey guys," and points towards the direction where the footprints are, and she's explaining that, so we have all of this scuffle and shuffle and kicked up dirt, and these footprints that are walking away are extremely different. I wouldn't say extremely different, but they're different.
So like a shapeshifter?
Violet hearing this, she doesn't know if she'll get anything. She casts detect magic.
You actually don't detect any magic.
Okay,
There doesn't seem to be anything here magical.
that's fine.
That's a good call, though.
Yeah, so maybe, if the shape of the footprints are different, maybe a shapeshifter or something like that, but I don't know. Well, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but seeing as we're in the Underdark and we're trying to get out of it quickly and without, any trouble, maybe we should try to avoid any other tracks, whether they're humanoid or otherwise.
Yeah,
I'd
Well,
agree with that
be
sentiment.
good. Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
From what I can see, we're only a few days out.
Mm-hmm. Well then, you guys will begin to move on once more. Do you guys take any, what's it called? Do you take any precautions to avoid such things? Or are you going to continue as normal?
Working my way back to happy, but then
I would do Pass Without Trace, but it only lasts an hour, so I probably wouldn't. I don't want to waste my spell slots on that.
I don't know if my dog can do anything, so no.
Your dog, I can't remember what Mastiff. They're good at tracking at the very least.
Like I don't know if it can just like kind of like not circle around, but kind of circle around us. If that makes sense.
Just keep an eye out
And
then.
like, yeah, basically, and like alert if something's
Okay. They will be alert
Oh.
then.
okay. Cool.
I think that's very easy.
And then I also have the sword in case something tries to attack us.
Absolutely. So, I think in that case, given a few hours, or I guess not a few hours, quite a couple hours pass, you are unharmed, but your nerves are a bit on end. You do worry that there is something out there staring and waiting for you. Whatever it is either taking its time or is not interested. You don't know. Eventually, though, you will get tired. Knowing that you need to rest, or you will gain a point of exhaustion, all of you. Do you push forward while you have this momentum, or do you find a place to sleep?
I think we should find a place to sleep.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Me as well.
All right. In that case,
I will.
Mhm. No,
I was gonna say if we find like a little spot, I was going to set an alarm and
Yeah.
and the mastiff.
Mm-hmm.
Have a double set of protection.
You will push down a little offshoot of the path. There's some light, more greenery than normal, vines growing on walls until eventually you find a little clearing with a tree. And I will take you guys there.
Not a tree. I'm just kidding.
Let me put all of you down. Whoop. Where are you? There we go. As well as Bruce. There you are. You all come across this tree. Some of the flowers and mushrooms still present. It's a bit bright, actually. There appear to be some fluorescent bugs flying around the tree. It's quite pretty. But there is cave walls on all sides closing you in for better and probably also for worse. But at the very least, you know, if something's coming in, it's going to have to go out of its way to get here, and typically creatures don't do that. So you're a bit safer than before. And so I kind of open it up to you all for a little bit. You have a moment to rest, not much to investigate, perhaps just to look around at the surroundings. But for now, you are safe and you can stay and rest at your leisure.
Anything up with these tents?
They appear to be abandoned, but they also don't seem very old. So you don't know if abandoned is the right word. Perhaps vacant at the moment. Bruce is going to stay over here. Unless you call him over.
Just. Oh wait. Okay.
You're all good?
Two quick things, just because we're about to take hopefully a long rest.
Mhm.
As a precaution, I will cast See Invisibility.
Got you.
And
Absolutely.
to describe how that looks on Violet, one of her eyes completely goes like white, as what you would depict as like cartoon wind. Her eye just hazes over completely, and it's kind of like the way that she looks at it is it's the wind parting, and she sees the ethereal plane, and she looks around to make sure there's no invisible creatures around. And then she also lights the campfire.
Yeah. Absolutely. Hold on, let me put my artistic skills to the test. Light this
Like we
campfire.
like we say in Domain of Demons, graphic design is your passion.
It is. Look at it. It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
It's a
10 out of 10.
Wow.
A
Is it-
plus.
What color is it? Is it orange for you guys?
Like
Yes.
yellowish orange.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Okay. Sometimes it's gray for some reason.
Mm. That's weird.
There you are.
That's weird.
And so,
That's suspicious.
That's weird.
as you light the fire and look around, take some precautions, have your guards up, you are able to sit down and not do much except talk or anything else. This is where I will open up to you as long as you will indulge me. You may roleplay if you'd like. If you have questions or anything else you'd like to do, let me know. And when we're done, we're
I'm
done.
digging around
We
in the
can-
tents.
Absolutely. Make an investigation check, Radian.
So good at these.
You don't find anything of major interest, though. When you put your hand on the bedroll, it's still a little warm.
Gross. Ugh.
Find anything interesting, Ridian?
Someone's like warm bedroll is in there.
I guess that shows this camp is recently
Hmm.
used.
Yeah.
Hmm. I also think it's a tent. Can't be sure, but these might be tents.
Hmm.
Just
Mm.
hedging my bets here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. As they talk, Violet will set a mental alarm.
Gotcha.
Probably near the bigger tent. It's gonna be weird, but it's gonna be probably better if we all sleep relatively close.
I don't know
For
how my
safety.
husband's gonna feel about that.
It doesn't have to be. I didn't stay right on top of each other.
I mean, it's 110, Violet. It's 110. I don't know what you want from me.
Well, I'm just trying to keep people safe. That's all.
Come on, we'll side up on this mushroom.
I can sleep out here. I don't really care.
Whatever floats your boat. But we should try to sleep in a slightly close cluster for the sword to go off.
Well, also the alarm I've set. And for Bruce.
Well, if you made it a mental alarm, then it'll only alert you.
Well,
The sword
yeah,
will alert us all.
but if we're spread out, then yeah, it would. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Violet somehow magically pets Bruce.
Yeah.
A mastiff made of complete wind.
It feels slightly cold as you touch him, but the wind, in like a weirdly satisfying way, like if you were to put like a blow dryer on cold and just like let it hit your cheeks, you feel the wind push against your hand and the skin begin to move backwards a little bit as you do so.
Wind on your cheeks.
He's just a dog. He's just a dog, man.
Okay, all right.
Mm.
And yeah, Ellen, when you will sit down, pull out your spell book. Is there anything you're doing with it, or are you just taking a peek?
Taking a peek. I know I can't do like all the spells or whatnot, but just kind of just flipping through it. Maybe something sticks out. I don't know.
Of course. Let me see. Was there? I feel like there was somebody. I can't remember if it was this group that messaged me about spell changes, and I fully 100% forgot to do it.
Wasn't me.
I don't know. Well, probably another group then. Well, yeah. You'll flip through it. Nothing particularly kind of jumps out at you. Though you do linger on the Conjure Minor Elemental spell for a bit. Thinking about that power. You haven't had to use it yet.
No, I've also been thinking of my sensor or whatnot. I've been meaning to ask, like, how intelligent is my sensor? Like, is it...
So, let me actually pull up the item, because it goes into some detail about that. Let's see. So, as long as there is incense burning in it, which you can do at any time, of course, it will, the sort of smoke and air that it is exuding will form together into an air elemental, but you believe that while the sensor itself probably isn't intelligent, the elemental within most likely is. You actually take a peek at the air elemental stats to see what their intelligence is. Oh my goodness, I pulled up spells. I'm a fool. Elemental. There we go. These guys have... they have an intelligence of 6. So they're not that smart. In fact, all of their mental statistics are pretty bad altogether. However, they are smart enough to understand. Specifically, they're able to understand Auron. So, Primordial. But yeah. They are intelligent enough.
Yeah, I've just been thinking of possibly like where to use the sensor or the and the others.
Air elementals make really good allies in battle. Though they could be used for other uses because they can fly. Which I don't believe anybody in your party actually has the means to do so. So, for example, let's say there is a ravine of some kind. You would be able to do this so the air elemental can cross it, grab whatever's on the other side, and come back, or maybe drop a bridge, or just get up to a high place for you. They can also just straight up be like assistance.
Yeah, that's kind of like what I've been thinking. I know we had been following a wind. I was like, air elemental. I could just go summon little buddy.
Yeah, they might be able to help with that, actually. Understanding where it's going, the best way to get to it. That is what they are made of, after all. But yeah, you'll kind of ponder your sensor a bit. Think about it. You've never summoned something that powerful before. Yeah.
Ridian's sitting by the fire going, I bet my hung. He fully ate a piece of flaming charcoal.
Bruce will tilt his head at you. Look at Violet and make like a face. And then give Ridian the side eye.
Violet's just shaking her head, rubbing her temple, just like. And then lays on hands to heal his tongue. Just gives him 5 points so he can actually talk right. And just why? Just why?
It looked good, obviously. I don't have my usual stock of fiberglass on me.
Scarlet sighs and looks at Bruce.
He shakes his head.
At least
Your dog has sass.
He just understands.
Hello?
Hello! Hi.
I'm so sorry. I'm back.
You are okay.
What did I
Damn.
miss?
You guys have started to go through the Underdark. You have avoided some of the predators of the Underdark so far, but are currently taking a spot to rest.
Okay.
So right now we're just role-playing.
I'm setting camp on fire. I'm kidding.
Okay. Alright.
Ridian ate a flaming piece of charcoal and burnt his tongue.
Oh, wow.
I don't believe it is smart to eat the spicy rock candy.
Well, like I said, if I had fiberglass on me, that's what I'd eat. But no,
You
I
just
get a
eat-
weird look if I eat rocks. I get a weird look if I eat fiberglass. I get a weird look if I eat weird shining mushrooms.
Wait, you just called them spicy rock candies?
I mean, we ate it. Has to come up with some kind of food name for it.
Ridian, did you eat any of the mushrooms here?
Probably on the walk, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna roll something.
Oh no!
Oh, another good acid trip to set the
Good
camp.
thing I
on.
have the
Let's see.
good thing I have resistance to poison.
Oh my god! Good thing it can cure poison.
Is it a poison or is it a good time?
Well, that's what
We
we're
don't know
finding out.
yet. We don't know yet.
5, 6.
Ridian's
roll,
tripping balls.
roll a d6.
Divided
1
by-
through 3 is a negative effect. 4 through 6 is a positive one.
Well,
All right. When did you eat this?
probably like half an hour ago.
All right. So yeah, you start talking, and you're saying, "Oh, you eat this," and people get mad at you. They make a face, and also, Hyra, you need to update.
Yeah. I'm on it.
Mhm. And oh, you do this, they make a face, and you eat mushrooms, and they make a face, and then you look up, and everybody's making a face, but it's like weird, like it's cartoonish. It's like cartoonishly grotesque
Oh
and
god!
very exaggerated features, and you are very confused. And everyone's looking at Ridian, and as you narrow your eyes, you realize their pupils are like extremely dilated.
I'm thinking of like the old Disney cartoons, like from the 80s.
yeah,
That's what I had in my head.
exactly. And then Ridian's like talking, and their hands are moving, and then they stop and they stare, and then they kind of tilt over a bit, and then they fall to the ground, paralyzed, just like a statue.
I can't-
Run
I-
over
I-
immediately.
Can't cure that.
Is this natural selection?
What did I select?
I can only cure disease and poisons.
Is it technically a poison?
Can I do like a medicine check?
Yeah, roll medicine.
Oh,
Oh,
There you go. Do you also want to roll it?
yeah, the paladin will do one too. Well,
Well,
you know.
this is. You don't know if it was just convenience that they mentioned eating a mushroom right before, or if that's what actually happened. You don't know.
The commotion had me close my book and come over and realize what everyone's doing, so I'll throw into this.
Go for it.
Oh god.
I hope it's another 6, because that's just hilarious.
There we go.
Okay, an 18.
I may be a dit staring at the sky, but damn, I know information.
You take a look, you kind of, they seem like completely frozen. All of their muscles have locked up. Here's the map, by the way. Oh no, you got it. Good. And you worry for a second that something might be terribly wrong, but you feel their chest, they are breathing. You think that you could probably patch together a cure, but if you don't, this should go away in... depending on how much they ate. It should go away shortly, at most, like, 4 hours, maybe?
How much did he eat?
That's a wonderful question, Ridian. How much did you eat?
Couple handfuls.
Okay, yeah, no, that's 4 hours, that's for sure.
What do you want on Viridian's eulogy? Also, is this a long or short rest? I don't.
Well, you guys haven't taken it yet.
Oh.
You haven't fully decided, but yeah.
Can Amon look around for anything he could use to probably make a remedy?
A remedy? Oh, like some kind of cure to this?
Yeah, a cure or at least like a treatment.
Well. Let's see. I totally don't have an entire thing up for that. Can you make me a medicine check?
Okay.
Ridian regrets nothing.
No lessons will be learned from this. This will happen again.
None.
This will just keep happening.
So
Ooh.
sorry, it will happen again.
That is... I have good news. You needed to beat a 20. Can you roll me a d6? 2. I believe that counts as 1. Perfect. You will... I'll drag you a bit. Go around to this one that you were sitting on earlier. Begin to cut away at some of you. Pull out a hunting knife. Carve away little flecks, bits, and pieces of it. Kind of smell it for a moment. It's very pungent. Smells awful. But you think that with enough distillation and maybe 30 minutes or so, you could make a healing potion with this. Like a standard healing potion. A pretty powerful one, too. You think it would most likely also snap Ridian out of this paralysis.
How much will I charge Viridian for this? I'm kidding. I'll make the potion.
Bro's broke.
Yeah, I would like to go ahead and make the potion. And
Yeah.
can Viridian drink? Is that something he can do?
Well, I mean, they do it to a bunch of like passed out people. You just gotta open their mouth and just
You gotta do it
down the
for 'em.
hatch.
Yeah. 30 minutes will go by. Bruce will mess with paralyzed Ridian a little bit. Just by like blowing air into his cheeks or like just on his skin watching it like move or like the fur sway a bit.
I will have a little flavor to toss on when you guys open his mouth.
30 minutes will go by and you will have a rudimentary version of what you're going for with enough beating, pulping, distilling, you have a fine red liquid. It is shimmering a little bit. It seems very potent.
All right. I'm gonna walk and I'm also gonna walk over to Ridian. I'm assuming he's prone, like he's on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hamon's gonna take one of his free arms, assuming he has a potion on his right hand. He's gonna hold Ridian with his left. Lift him up a little bit so the neck is like linear to the ground, as vertical. I'll just say
Mhm.
a little bit. You're gonna try dripping the potion into his mouth.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it's not foaming.
When you go to open Ridian's mouth or like look into it, there are shards of glass embedded in every single inch of his throat.
that is miserable.
It's bleeding and awful and bad.
Is
God.
this guy a freaking camel? What's going on here? He's gonna start cautiously dripping the potion into his mouth.
You will do so, and on top of the paralysis being cured, you don't need to don't worry about that. You don't need to recover it because you're already at full health. However, you would have recovered...
Oh, that's a really good healing potion.
32,
Oh wow.
32 hit
Yeah,
points.
make more. I'm just kidding.
You
Hey,
could.
Should make several of those before we leave.
Could I make more?
You could. It depends on the medicine check. What's it called? For
Oh,
every
that's
single...
right. You gotta prove something.
Yeah, I have a table up of things you could make given specific medicine checks.
Mm.
Mm.
So, would I need to roll again to make this specific one again?
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Goodness gracious! I need to fucking
Mhm.
quit it with the yawning.
yeah.
Alright,
Ridian is unparalyzed and just kind of sits there and just goes, "See, I'm fine."
I'm assuming the bottle's empty, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna shove it into his mouth.
Here's
And then drop.
Yummers.
Here's a chaser.
a chaser.
What's a chaser?
He literally says "yummers" as he eats the bottle.
Goodness gracious. Well, did you guys want to
You gave the
go-
goat man his favorite snack.
Did you guys want to try and make potions then? You guys seem to look at that for a little bit. You don't have to, but
I think it'd be fun.
alrighty. In that case, and also, what's it called, Arya? If you wanted to, you have your knowledge of the ages. If you wanted to become proficient in medicine for 10 minutes,
Yeah, I can do that.
But yeah, each of you, including you, Amon, if you would like, can make a medicine check on one of the various mushrooms out and about to see if you can turn them into a potion of some kind.
All right. I want to see if Mom can make the same before.
Of course.
It's not on
Amon,
here.
Roll with advantage. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Well,
Well,
I don't think he needs to. Dust.
I think he's
Well.
good.
You're gonna get something special.
I will say, my sheet says I'm proficient in medicine, but not this sheet.
Oh, well.
But I don't know. Okay, I didn't know if you wanted. Okay, I'm gonna go.
I'm also giving myself guidance.
Do it.
I'll give myself guidance as well.
23. Nice.
I'll do the same mushroom.
Ooh,
Why not? No, I tried.
Where's the D4?
All of you got very good.
we're really good at making potions.
19. So 12 and 3 19s and a natural 20. So oh no, I made a mistake. So
Oh.
so really quick, Bard, roll a d4.
Oh God. Okay.
2.
Yeah.
You will begin to cut at this mushroom. You want to make some healing, but in the distilling process, something goes wrong, and you end up making something. It's certainly not a healing potion, though. And I think, given your skill to dispel it, you do make poison. But you do recognize that this poison could be used as a coating of some kind. So if you wish
okay.
to coat your weapons, you have 2 coatings of poison. So,
Got it.
I might need to. We're gonna see depending on what you guys roll. Ridian, Arya, and Elowen, roll me a d4. Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
okay.
What I do?
Hold up.
No, that's not a D4.
either really good for us. or
Also,
really
with
bad.
my guidance, I got a 23.
Oh, you got a 23. Okay, roll a d6
Yeah.
then, Ridian. My bad.
Okay,
Oh, D6.
so
Gotcha.
is that a D4?
Okay, so a 5 and 2. Ridian, you are actually able to make those healing potions, 2 of them.
Hey.
You will so this is all happening over the course of like 2 or 3 hours. You will make 2 potions of superior healing.
Nice.
Which you can add to your character sheet if you'd like. Elowen and Arya, you both are going to get the same. Oh fuck, 5 of them. You're going to get the same potion. I did not think that would happen. You're going to get 5. 1 for you, Elowen. You were able to distill it. This specific mushroom seems incredibly fragile. You're only able to get a little bit in, but you're still able to get something, and that something is a potion of speed.
Zoomies.
What kind of speed are you talking about?
Haste. I believe I think it's literally called a potion of haste. I could be wrong.
Oh my god. That's crazy. That's crazy, done.
Yeah.
So wait, what's special about potion of speed and haste? Outside of like,
It is the casting of the haste spell without concentration, meaning it cannot break. You will just have haste.
oh wow,
Jesus.
And it lasts for a full minute. You will get the thing afterwards where you will get nasty. However, you do just have 5 potions of speed now.
which is like increased movement, I suppose.
Oh, it's not just increased movement. You get an extra action. Your AC
Yeah.
increases by
Oh.
2, and I believe your movement speed is doubled, if not like a
Yeah.
little bit less.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
double.
getting 2 turns every turn. It's crazy.
Yep.
You guys have 5
I
of them.
made 4.
Yeah, we
Holy
have
shit.
one
I
for
have
everyone.
Thunderstep. Just imagine.
Wait, so if Hamon takes the potion of speed, does it make an attack 4 times in a turn instead of just a 3?
Absolutely. In fact, if you take it before a battle, you actually start battles with. Oh goodness! Don't you start with 4 turns already? Oh no!
I think I
He starts with 3, and then
Yeah,
he gets
so-
2 every turn
Yeah.
after.
So, in other words, you would start a battle as long as you drink it before the battle starts, with 6 turns, each of them with advantage, each of them critting if they hit.
Wait, 6 turns?
Not turns, attacks.
Actions.
Sorry,
Attacks.
attacks?
So sorry.
Yeah.
Attacks.
What?
Yeah.
I
What?
started 6 attacks.
6
yeah.
attacks, because an attack, you get 2 attacks per action. You get 2 actions, but because of dread, I think it's dread ambusher, you get 1 additional attack at the start of your first turn if you take the attack action. So if you took it before your turn starts, you get 2 actions, each of which will have 3 attacks for that 1 round.
Oh, it gains an additional action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that. Oh my Jesus.
It's nasty.
You know how I deleted the last guy
It
with 54
is.
damage?
Wait,
Yeah.
that action can be used only to take the attack 1 weapon action. Only.
That's okay. So instead of 6 attacks,
I'm
you'll
wondering.
have 5 attacks.
Okay, I was,
I feel like a lot of damage.
yeah. Okay, I was just making sure. I wasn't
No.
trying to be like that.
No.
No,
you're
you're
okay.
fine. You're fine.
You're okay. However, to finish out the potion making, come on, you are going to make something different. You are attempting to make the same healing potion you did before. You are distilling the mushrooms, but there's a moment where you see an opportunity to make something greater.
Essence of Conquest. Okay.
Nope, I'm not giving you that. You will pick and prod at it. You'll be very meticulous. Going into the night, you become kind of like I think that you focus in really hard on this. You see the opportunity for something really great, and you will make a coating, one that could also technically be drinking, but you don't think you should drink it. This is a coating of anti-magic, where if somebody is shot with this, or if they ingest it in any way, they will have to make a DC 25 Constitution saving throw, or they will lose their magic temporarily.
Oh my god.
Oh my.
Wait,
Jesus.
a what throw? Save throw of what?
Constitution.
Okay.
25. DC 25.
So if it's coated on the blade, so if I kill someone in a blade, they can't use their magic if they're struck.
So yeah, let's say for example you were fighting Violet for whatever reason. You shoot an arrow coated with this poison. It hits Violet in the neck. Violet fails the saving throw. Violet can now no longer cast any spells.
Oh.
Does that include lay on hands?
That would include lay on hands.
Watch your back, Arya. No, I'm kidding.
Arya's
I
standing
literally
innocently with,
couldn't
like,
even
4
do anything
potions
about
in her
that.
hand, like...
That's crazy because the highest DC for a Constitution I've seen is the purple worm poison I have in Divinity. That's crazy.
I only need one of the potions.
Say it again.
I only have one of the potions.
You only have one. It's a coating. Yeah.
Okay. W.
Basically, put this on any weapon, and for the next minute, any attack that hits somebody with this will deal that anti-magic.
How many weapons can it coat? Only one?
Only one, but if you're doing it to your arrows, because the arrowhead is much smaller, it's more like you are dipping the arrowhead in and then shooting the arrow, so you could do more than one arrow.
Okay.
But yeah.
What does a potion look like in terms of like colors and stuff?
It is blue. It is this sort of shimmering light blue with these dark little flecks within it.
I'm also gonna like look at it and like swivel in his finger a little bit, look around, figure out what Ridian is, and then quickly hide it before you can see it.
But
Smart.
to go over, just so we can take stock of everything that we made. Violet, you have 2 coatings of poison. Elwyn and Arya combined, you have 5 potions of speed, which is conveniently enough for all of you. Ridian, you have 2 potions of superior healing, and Haman, you have a potion of anti-magic.
Shouldn't I have 3 because I got 3 on my D6?
No, that was a D3 that you rolled. So 1 to 2 is 1, 3 to 4 is 2, 5 to 6 is 3.
Gotcha. Me when D3 dice cannot exist.
Yeah.
I cry.
But yeah. You'll finish up your potions. I imagine you all will gather together before the end of the night. Make sure you are stocked and ready to go.
As everyone else finishes, because I'm assuming Violet finishes kind of quickly because she only made like what, 1 or something.
Yeah.
Or a few. Violet's already asleep next to Bruce, who's like sitting like because he's big mastiff. He is sitting alert like a Doberman would, or he is sitting like straight up and just watching.
I like that. It's very attentive.
He's the goodest boy.
He is.
Do we want to do a long rest or a short rest, guys?
Long.
Long. So I'm assuming the dog will take first watch, and then could Haman wake up 4 hours later and sit with the dog for the rest of the night?
There is an alarm as well.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Did we already do a detect magic in here, by the way?
I did see invisibility, so I can tell you I don't know if I got an answer.
No.
Fully?
You don't see anything invisible.
Okay.
That being said, I would. Oh, never. Wait, do you have detect magic as a ritual?
Yeah.
Oh, you can do it if you want. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to tell
Sorry,
you
I'll
no
just
because
do
you
a
would have
quick
wasted a
detect
spell
magic.
slot, but I have no reason to tell you that. Yeah. Now that you're actually looking at the mushrooms, there is magic within them, hence the reason why they have the ability to be made into potions. There is faintly from this tent, there is a very faint whiff of necromancy that hits your detect magic. But besides that, there does appear to be some evocation magic coming from the tree, and more likely the lights around the tree, whatever is there, is emitting them. Which would be evocation in this case. But yeah, nothing else besides that.
I think Arya will look around, just curiously peek in the tent really fast, just to see if maybe she can see something that Rydian didn't.
Go for it. Make an investigation check.
Investigation. I see nothing. I am blind.
You think it might be a tent.
You think it could be. You go in and you know it was a tent when you went in, but this angle changes it. You just don't know now.
Rydian, are you sure this is a tent?
I mean, I thought I knew when I went in, and then I got in there, and I was like, "Is this a tent?" And then I walked out, and I didn't know anymore.
I don't
know. I'm also going to slowly turn back from his seat and look over at Arya. What?
Go in that tent. Tell me if you think it's a tent when you come out.
Yeah, look at this tent.
Look at that maybe tent.
I'm also going to look at the tent.
I think that tent is a mimic. I think it's a mimic.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Make an investigation check.
There's. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Please be a 3.
Oh, it's 17!
Oh.
Amon, you you look at the tent. First things first, you are 100% certain that this is in fact a tent. That you are certain of. However, you're kind of looking, entertaining the bit. A smell, an odor hits your nose for a moment. Something awful. It quickly disappears, but it does catch your eye. Do you go to look in further? I said eye, nose.
Yes, it's followed my eyes. Yeah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I should be careful. He's a DM. He could literally kill me.
Right now. This alleged tent could collapse on you.
So it's actually a mimic.
The tent's a mimic. It's a mimic.
Hamon's gonna squint his eyes a bit. He's gonna get up. He's gonna pull out the moon sickle.
Mm-hmm.
No, I take that back. He's gonna pull out the dagger. Pull out a dagger in his offhand, kind of like backhanding it, and slowly walk into the tent to investigate.
I think if Arya sees him walking towards the tent, she'll be like, be careful, there's faint traces of necromancy coming from the possibly not tent.
Hamon thinks a little bit as he like opens the curtains to the tent. Does the tent have curtains?
Yeah, there's like a curtain for the door.
Yeah, okay, so you gonna open the curtains a little bit and turn it around. What?
Yeah, I sense some necromancy.
Yeah.
He's
In
gonna
the not
peek again.
tent.
In the not tent. Okay, he's gonna look back into the tent.
Yeah. I'm going to keep your 17 from before. You kind of peek in, take a glance around. You notice the bedroll, the way that it's folded up, seems to either be someone got up very suddenly for some reason, or they were dragged out of bed. And you notice there is a scrap on the ground. It blends in with the color of the dirt, and so it's very hard to see. But you see a scrap of what appears to be this pale white skin, as well as some blood on the ground. And when you kind of look at it, do you pick it up at all?
I'm gonna cautiously walk towards it, but he's gonna look up at the tent roof first before he picks it up.
There's nothing up there.
Okay, he's gonna pick up the white scrap.
When you do that, and it gets within your eyesight area, that's where you see the necromancy coming from. And you immediately, upon looking at it, you smell that awful smell again.
That is definitely where the necromancy is coming from.
Can I do an investigation to see what the heck this is?
Let's see. Would investigation be the one to use here?
Can I
Or
do Arcana?
You can do
Or
survival. I think survival would be a good one.
Alright.
I'm gonna look too.
Absolutely.
Oh, there it is.
Natural
Hey!
There we go.
Yeah, look at that.
28.
With an Arcana aria, you know it's necromancy. Whatever this is, it's an undead. Whatever this belonged to, that is. And they were raised by magic, most likely. It looks very similar to undead you've seen before, which you make at the same time. The connection you make is at the same time as Rydian. Rydian, this appears to be the skin of a ghoul. Which is just a fairly common undead that are used by necromancers or just roam about to do various things. They are particularly known for paralyzing their victims. But yeah.
Come on, I was gonna wave the little scrap thing at them. The hell is this thing?
That is ghoul flesh.
He's gonna drop it.
And then taking a page out of his husband's book, he goes, "Can I have that if you're done with it?"
I was about to look over like, Rydian, no.
He's not gonna
Hamon's
eat it.
Have his, like, his face gonna scrunch up, clear confusion, and like maybe
Listen.
some mild distress.
I'm not gonna eat it.
No, what are you gonna do with it?
Keep it for my husband. He's got like a meat pit thing going on. There's like a
It's
nice
fire
little
going
pit. There's a pit in our house that's full of flesh and meat, and I think he would like it.
There's an active fire going, right?
God damn it!
Is there an active fire going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hamon's gonna pick up the flesh again and throw it into the fire.
Okay.
No.
It burns. It burns very quickly.
Rydian glares.
So,
It's so silly.
if this is kind of a ghoul, does that mean there's a ghoul nearby?
That is an excellent question. Rydian, you said the bed felt recently used.
Mm-hmm. It was warm.
It may be best to keep our guard up.
Can Hamon look over around the forest and see if there's anything to be seen or found?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Can I assist?
What the hell is perception?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Roll with advantage. Which just means roll it again.
Oh, I do, or
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I'm assisting you.
14. Look around. This
I
is
use all my.
clear- What was that?
I used all my luck on that potion.
You did. You did. This is a clearing of some kind. The cavernous walls have gotten high enough that anything that wants to get in here has to get out of their way to do it. You think that it is entirely possible there are a few cracks and crevices that are unseen by you in which a ghoul could reside. But you also know that a ghoul by itself, even with two of them, is really only threatening to a common man. You guys are perfectly capable of handling a ghoul or two, which is almost a little bit more worrying, because it means that there could be something worse with them, or it could mean that nothing is really amiss and some ghouls are gonna come along, try and kill you, and then you're going to evaporate them.
Yeah, like we could really defeat a ghoul if we sneezed on it.
Viridian,
Mm-hmm.
you want to take first watch, and I'll take the second thereafter.
I do need to sleep a full night.
Okay.
I
Can-
am Fey, but I'm not an elf.
So he looks over at. He's gonna point over to the dog. Is that dog really good at spotting enemies and such? I'm not too familiar with this type of magic.
The dog will nod.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what its intelligence is, but
Oh,
if it's
actually, you do know what its intelligence is, because the way that Find Steed works.
yeah, if it's 5 or less, it becomes 6, and it gains the ability to understand one language of your choice that you speak.
I imagine common.
Yeah, for now at least.
Okay.
Get it.
Then
So its intelligence is currently 6.
But yeah,
so
it can understand.
let's rest for now, and I'll assist in the watch thereafter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In that case, he will
EB
begin to
Viridian-
drift to sleep.
Viridian will kind of just like page through the book a little bit before he goes to bed.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
Just to see if the book will open on its own again.
I don't think it will right now. You open the book, it doesn't seem to be very active, but you can do some cursory glances through, and anyone that understands Primordial will hear some of the things the book is saying. The first couple of pages appear to disclose this is some kind of journal. But even more than that, as you go through, it almost feels a little prophecy-esque in the way that the journal is written in, if that makes sense. Where sometimes they talk to the person reading it in a way that is a bit more personal. Like, it's not the person writing this. It's different. I don't know how to describe it. Like, oh, you that's reading this, you're gonna have to do this thing. Is kind of the energy that it's bringing to the table.
Mm-hmm.
You do. I'm gonna roll a d20 for me. Just do a straight luck check. 15. It's a really good one. You do come across a few pages that are a little bit later in the book, regarding rituals of some kind. And you do see one on planar transportation.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I kind of mark what page it is, and I'll look at it when I'm not trying to sleep.
Absolutely. The fire is also crackling a bit. Fun fact, fires speak in Primordial all the time. So for those that speak Primordial, unfortunately, you're gonna hear what this fucking fire has to say all night.
I was gonna say me.
So
Yeah.
chatty. Yeah.
They are.
See this shit you guys are thinking that isn't a tent?
I mean, listen, I thought it was a tent at first, and, I walked in there, and I looked around, and I came out, and I wasn't so sure. That's all I have to say. You think you know a tent.
my intelligence score?
What's your intelligence score?
Yeah, not high enough to care about this.
10. I was gonna say it's 10.
Ridian's smarter than him. Ridian has a 12.
Silly.
15.
So funny.
Intelligence, you don't know that's a 10.
Ridian is a product of Kara, and that's all I have to say about that.
So silly.
Come on, of a +0 in intelligence. Knows is a 10. The 15 with the intelligence 15 cleric doesn't know it's a 10.
My 18 intelligence, I really want to roll for it, but I don't want to get that nat one.
It'll be really funny. It'll be really
Do it.
funny.
You don't have to roll in that
He's
one.
so
You can just say you just roll. You can volunteer.
I mean, technically, like, you know, you can auto fail checks. You can choose to fail. I pretend I do not see it.
This LON think it's not a 10 too. I will lose my fucking mind.
How does Alan feel about this?
No, this is where the
Tent.
high intelligence come to play. All the people with high intelligence knows this is a bit, and Hamon doesn't.
So what I will do is that, you know, while everyone's just talking, she just kind of sides over to the side. She's just keeping this to herself, just like
Mhm.
takes a peek in.
Mhm.
This is an investigation check, right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
It's a 14. You peek your head back out. You know it's a 10. It has to be, right? What else? What else could it?
Good guessing herself.
What else could it possibly be? It has to be. Seriously, like what? Like what else? Right? Those are the thoughts that are going through your head.
I'm just gonna go back to the
But you know that there are two people at this fire who are convinced that it's not.
This is the thing. Like people who are too intelligent, sometimes they can guess themselves. It's like themselves.
Yeah.
I've been gaslit.
Yeah, you're
that
looking
it's
at
not
it.
a 10.
You feel the fabric, the wood piercing into the ground, the ropes. This is a tent. Everything about this is the tent, but they're so confident that it's not. You don't know.
It's a TP.
There you go.
I don't know why toilet paper got brought up, but okay. Also, what's a toilet?
Also, what's a toilet? Hey, is toilet paper a thing in the world tour? Is that a thing?
Yes. Wait.
Okay. So what the fuck's a toilet?
Yes, those also exist.
Ridian's from the Feywild.
No, but does what the fuck's a toilet?
Oh my god. Hold on.
If we just dig a hole in the ground, is that a toilet?
I'm gonna kill you. Yes. Yes, it is. So, you're all gonna go to bed.
My Ella was just like,
My
I have to take
brand!
this off, please stop.
You know what?
Does if I dig a 6 feet hole, is this a toilet? But then does what makes a grave not a toilet?
Put you in
unfunny
a-
number. Hyro, make a mon make a
Aw.
wisdom saving throw.
You said make a wisdom saving throw.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god, I've missed playing Ridian so much, you guys.
Fuck! You got good. As you're about to fall asleep, your head tilts a little bit. You see this structure. This thing over here. And for just the briefest of moment, it haunts your mind and you shake it off. It's nothing. It's probably just a tent.
Can I ask what would have been otherwise? I failed.
I would have given you a nightmare.
Okay.
About a fucking tent.
I'm pretty sure Elwin has one. Second.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll go starts going through all of the structures of this is a house. This is a gazebo.
They're
Well,
a
the
real
tent
estate
on a
agent
house.
trying to like sell something to someone, and they get to the tent and they're like, "This is
Today, Elwood has a new trauma.
I love that."
And
So you all will drift off. Was it Bruce who it was going to be the one to do the first watch? They have
Yeah, I think-
advantage. Give them-
go Popo.
They are Popo. 17. It's not bad. Bruce will, at some point in the first 2 hours, they aren't very loud about it. They will nudge you awake, Violet.
Violet will wake up. Oh, how do I turn again?
There you are. You're getting there.
Wait, oh, there's no keybind anymore? Oh god, okay.
Your turn.
Scarlet will rise awake and look up
He will.
and around.
He will motion towards the top of the clearing over here. You will, when he points it out, you'll see somebody, a silhouetted figure, standing there. But they aren't doing anything, they're just watching.
And I can see them.
You can see them.
I like to cast a message and ask who they are.
You will get no reply, but you will see as the message hits, they straighten their posture. They didn't know you were awake. And they will turn around and start to walk away. You will notice that they do have a cane by their side, a crude stick they are using to walk. More of a staff than anything.
Victor?
They will start to walk away. Do you do anything else before they disappear?
No.
Alright. And then, if you would like, you can go on back to sleep. Did anyone want to show up for the second one, or was Bruce doing the first two by himself?
Oh, Hamon will do the second one. That's 4 hours, right?
No, that's 2 hours.
Oh, so okay, I'll just wait for the third one.
Mm,
Then I'll have
Violet
Bruce-
Violet will go back to sleep. I don't feel like turning again.
Got you. Ooh, thank goodness. 16. Keeps a good eye out. Nothing seems to happen.
The tents,
The
they move a little
tents,
bit.
They do move, just a little bit. Just a little. And now, once it hits you, Hamon, you will wake up. I'm going to roll some things of my own now.
Robert Ruggy. This is DM's revenge for the tent jokes. In the toilet.
Ooh, that's
That's just-
not good. Okay.
That was just showing as a shadow for me. What the-
Yeah.
Yep,
You guys
it's-
can't see it.
Oh,
Yep.
Scary.
DM roll.
It's a special one.
Yeah,
for me.
see something? I don't see nothing.
So, Hamon, can you do me a favor and make me a perception check?
Perception check.
If it's a tit, I'm gonna scream. That's the new bad guy, guys. It's just a tent.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Oof.
oh.
A 10. Let me see here. I'm gonna roll their stealth. They're not very good at stealth. Oh my fucking god.
we're all dead, everybody.
Was that nat 20?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it
Oh.
was.
Cool.
So that first one was a perception check to see if they would notice you guys. They got a 25.
Great.
And the second one was their stealth check to see if you would notice them. And they got a nat 20.
That means they have a really high wisdom.
So. Oh, man.
And attacks us, oh
As-
god.
Guys, look at side chat.
I'm taking a peek. Is this a bebe? Come on, during your watch, you are sitting there, maybe carving something or just whittling away, paying attention. You're all rested up, which actually, that does remind me, if you have any spell slots or anything, make sure to regen them now, because you have actually taken a full long rest.
Are we all fully rested?
No.
I think I should be
unfortunately.
good. Yeah, I think I should.
And so, I just realized you guys do have a axe of warning, or a sword of warning,
And an alarm.
and an
Spell.
alarm. That is true. The alarm doesn't go off. Which you'll find out why in a moment. However,
Yeah.
something else will. Your great sword will. With a nat 20 on stealth, this will make sure that you aren't surprised when this happens. However, you won't notice it, Haman. The slight tremors, maybe you're humming to yourself, the noise covering most of it. You're paying attention to something else for just a brief second. And so it's very surprising to you when you look up and you see the dirt behind Ridian has opened, and that beneath Ridian is an open, gaping maw of the dark skin of a Bulette.
What's that?
That!
Oh,
At the exact same time, however, as the Bulette is going to consume Ridian whole, Violet, your greatsword of warning shimmers and flashes. Your alarms did not go off because it simply went
And-
underneath them.
And everyone's awake.
Everyone is instantly awake at the same time, including you, Ridian, and you see the upper half of the jaw of a Bulette. And normally, I would ask us to roll initiative, but the Bulette's just going to go first since they initiated.
Ooh.
And or are they going to do that? Oh, that'll be silly if they do that. They're going to do that. They go, they open their maw to bite and consume you. You roll out of the way with the great sword of warning. They leap into the air and land right here.
Ooh.
Right on top of the fireplace. And...
Does the fire?
Sizzle, sizzle.
Would the fire go out?
Yeah, it goes out. It
Oh,
gets
sorry to
destroyed.
interrupt. I just realized we don't have. I don't think you posted a music link unless it's the same.
So
one.
music got messed up, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but for some reason Google says it's a privacy error. So unfortunately we are musicless today. Let me actually pull up on Spotify some battle music. If you'd like to listen on with premium, if not, I'll put it in the side chat.
I'm listening to "Oh Little Town of
Yeah, I was like-
Bethlehem" right now.
God.
Elvis Presley's printing in the
Ain't
ear.
nothing but a hound dog.
He's singing "Oh Little Town of Bethlehem" very somberly. It's the Christmas album.
Crazy.
Here is
I've been listening to Christmas
the
music all
playlist
day.
I am listening to. If you'd like to look at that
I'm
one.
about to get. Thought I was about to get blasted by my music, but never mind.
Alright. When its feet in space, it contains one or more other creatures. These creatures must succeed a... Oh, man. Okay, so... I'm going to give each of you a choice. Do you want to make... And it can be different for each of you. Do you want to make a strength or a dexterity saving throw?
Dex.
Probably Dex.
I'll make
Next.
strength.
I'm making a dex.
Sounds like a dex
Oh,
for
I get-
everyone except for Violet.
Could I argue acrobatics?
No.
Fair enough.
I can't move. I can't move. I can't move closer either to give y'all a bonus.
So
Which sucks.
We're doing a dexterity check.
yeah, all of you make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Well,
so we need to
I
go-
make strength,
Oh yeah, strength for you.
which will actually
Well,
be a +6.
Oh,
So
that's
13.
I'll use my
true.
inspiration.
Is it everyone within 10 feet or 5 feet of you?
And so actually maybe Ridian.
Yeah, it reaches
And-
me.
I don't know if it reaches
It reaches
Haman though.
It does reach Haman.
Okay, then Ridian and Haman make it.
Haman is
And
fine.
Bruce.
Um,
What's Bruce's? Well, I gotta roll for Bruce. Well, I guess
I'm gonna
he's
be
win.
so honest with
Okay.
you. I don't
I
think
don't
Bruce
use my
needs to roll.
inspiration then.
Yeah, it's okay.
Thankfully, he is just a spirit. He can very easily come back.
Yeah, I could just Plus
So,
he's win.
so Ridian, you're not gonna re-roll. I believe your score right now is 12.
Oh, it's only a 4? Okay, yeah, I'll reroll then.
Gotcha.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
That's
Wait,
very
why do we roll? Sorry.
This is
I
a saving
used
throw.
inspiration, so I
They will slam into the ground, and I need to drag this damage on all of you. I'm gonna drag. Let's see. What was your violet plus even plus 4? Okay, so Elwyn, Violet, Bruce, unfortunately, Arya, and Arya are going to take this damage. I'm gonna roll it individually because
Oh. A lot of damage.
that is a lot of damage. Bruce
that's
is
a lot of damage.
dead.
No,
unfortunately.
my dog.
Bruce, now.
Okay, what does
Um,
your dog's death look like? Does he just burst into like particles, or does he just like?
I mean, he's made of
gone
wind.
in a puff
so
of
he
wind.
probably just bursts from wind.
That is 17 to Haman and Ridian. As it jumps through, slams down, the ground beneath you raises up suddenly, jagged rocks and spikes stabbing into all of you. All of you got damaged. Any of you can steal. If you don't want to make a choice, I can roll a dice for it.
I would like
Can I
to
steal?
steal.
I see.
So-
I was.
What's up? What's
Yeah.
up?
So if the fire's been put out, right?
Yes.
Does that mean Haman's immediately invisible, or?
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh! Ha!
That is.
What about the glowing bugs?
glowing bugs? That is true. The glowing bugs, but the glowing bugs are here. So to
In
everyone,
that
who has,
case, Ridian is blind.
so to everyone who has dark vision, Amon's gone.
Yeah.
I would think the party be used to this
But-
by now.
Who was it? Was it Elian and Violet? Elian, Elowin and Violet wanted to go.
And me.
Yeah.
All of you. Okay, I'm gonna roll just to make it simple. I'm gonna roll a d6. Choose
that's
between
fine.
because it's you three, right?
hmm
Yeah.
Left to right, I believe that is Violet.
Okay. Oh. Can I, before I do anything, can I make a martial check?
Go for it.
Is it just regular wisdom? Okay.
Jesus. You want me to give you the menu?
I don't know if I can know this. Do I know if it's wise?
You think
Can I-
not so much.
Then I would like to cast command and say leave.
Okay. Go ahead and drag it on it.
Hold on.
Natural one. On its next turn, it is going to do its best to leave. However, you are fully aware of this magic. You know that will keep it distracted for a turn. You think that means it's going to use all of its movement to dip, but it will most likely come back.
And then I will use my single. Ooh, wait, is lay on hands an action?
It is.
Oh, okay. I'll still Misty Step to next to Elwyn. Whatever their name is. God dang. Elwyn.
There you go.
Names are hard. And then that's it.
Alrighty.
I'll
Object to
I'll pass to Arya.
Alright, you're
I
going.
will literally say, hey, don't, because I think if it gets hit, it doesn't
No.
do the kill.
No, it'll do it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Never mind then.
Hey, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do mass healing word.
Okay.
Mm.
It's a fun spell. Let me actually, I'm going to make this super easy for you. Are you going to heal everybody in the party?
Yeah.
So I'm going to take him away really quick. Make sure you have Arya selected. In the very top right of the map, there is a button that looks like a target. That's called target mode. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Click that, and then click and drag over every single member of the party. And then once they are all selected like that, go to your mass healing word spell and drag the 1d4 in the side chat. Oh, you did it! Yeah! Look at that. Everybody heals that amount. And then to get rid of those on the same little section that target mode is in, hit clear targets. And there you go.
There we go.
That's how you do
Okay.
area spells. I'm gonna bring it back.
So there's that spell slot. And then also.
Oh,
There's
there's
a
also
weapon.
the little flag thing says target friendly units, so I'm assuming that also means you don't have to move the enemy.
Oh, that's incredibly true. Yeah, you can just do that.
Yeah.
Because I think.
Sorry, that's
hold
what
on, I'm gonna try
that's-
something. Yeah, that does work. Look at that.
What?
And then I'm also gonna use spiritual weapon.
Absolutely. Where would you like to summon it at?
Behind the big guy.
Got you. I don't actually have a token for it right now. So I'm gonna do something incredibly silly. Don't. Whoa! Wait.
Cast into darkness.
Something terrible has happened.
Bye, Eloise. You are now me.
Elowen got assimilated
Oh.
into that. Oh no,
No,
Elowen is
no.
just that forever now. What's happened?
No.
There seems to be a little bit of a situation going on.
Why is Elowen permanently that? What have I done? I've killed Elowen.
You PK'd Elowen?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
gaslit myself too much from the tent fiasco nightmare. It's just done.
Oh, Elowen. Elowen, come back to me, please. There we go.
She's hurt so bad now her vision's gone dark, like, oh god, help.
Oh, please. Why has this happened? Okay. There you are.
My music is not fitting for the situation.
Do I need to re-click the map?
Yeah, let me.
Okay, where
There you
where
go.
is
Hold
where
on.
is the
There you are.
map?
There you are.
It's
at
okay,
the
guys.
bottom.
Elowen's tripping Feywilds.
It's at the bottom. I re-put it there. Oh man.
Let me back in. Help.
Or is it still dark for you?
Oh,
Zoom out and see you like maybe he's like in a corner or something.
I am scrolling. I don't see anything.
I'll put it back there. I'll put it back in the bottom. Hold on. Should be there. It's not appearing. Do you need to restart Fantasy Grounds?
I guess.
I'm so sorry. My stupid
Where?
little bit.
Okay, so there,
Bless you.
I have first person. I'm here in first person.
You're here in first person?
How does that
Yeah,
work?
there's a view
Oh.
mode toggle token at the top. It puts you right as the
Oh.
person.
Oh, this is.
That's
I don't like
right.
Oh, this is crazy looking.
I actually really like this.
I
Wow,
was
you've been-
hoping
you've been-
that like that would like zoom me in. Target friendly units.
Whoa.
Target
Alright, you're a bit
mode.
too close to me, bud.
Where
Well,
is
oh God.
that? Hold on.
Well, I mean, if you
Okay,
can
let me-
see...
Hang on. Okay, no, I'm back now. Okay, I just exited out. Okay,
There we
hello
go.
everybody. Hi.
Oh, good.
I go-
So,
I go-
spiritual weapon.
Yeah.
I was gonna put a mini version of you and say that was your spiritual weapon. I'm not. It's there. We're gonna believe it's there. Go ahead and make an attack with your spiritual weapon.
Whee.
Very good. That's a hit. Damage.
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 Ooh.
7. Yep. It. What does your spiritual weapon look like, actually?
That's a good question. I think. I think it would just be like a wisp of wind that
All right.
changes depending on how it wants to hit. So I think this time it would just be like a whip.
Absolutely. This whip of wind will unfurl in the air and it will lash around, snapping against the Bulette's back, creating a hard slash. And it will yelp a bit. Who'd you like to pass to?
I'll pass to the other one.
Elwyn, you're back from hell. It's nice to see you. What would you like to do?
That's not doing that. Considering how hurt that I am, I was going to do the thunder step to get out of the way.
Oh, okay. I believe. Let me check to make sure. When you disappear,
That'll hurt some of us.
it'll hurt
I'm-
all of you.
Okay, then yeah, probably not then. Okay.
I think you can dash away without having to be attacked, right?
You disengage, yeah. It's just a full action.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can move. I think that's something.
I mean, you can move, but you'll take an attack of opportunity if you don't
Oh.
disengage.
Isn't that thing like distracted, right?
No, the command will come into effect on its turn.
Oh, okay, okay.
We're all too close. I can't do that.
If you, let me see.
What does the cone look like?
The cone, for what spell?
My pulse wave.
Pulse wave, 30-foot cone. Let me make one for you really quick. Oh. Pointer, cone. Wow, that's actually very lucky.
Because it's just trying to like give us space because we're all huddled up.
It will only hit the Bulette in this scenario.
Okay, I think that's what I'll do is to push it away from us is to use pulse wave.
Alrighty, drag the con save on it.
Do that. The con.
It's pretty good. It has a 50-50 chance of winning or losing.
On the Bulette or on the side?
On the Bulette. Oh!
Oh.
The second natural 20 from the Bulette. Go ahead and drag the damage on him, though. We'll still do half damage, I believe. Yeah. Still takes a little bit of damage. A pulse of wind and air shoots out from your tome as you are still waking up. And it manages to power through and roar at you, but it's unable to be pushed away. Since they are
Oh
here.
boy.
Who do you want to pass to? Do you have anyone you want to pass to real quick? It's either Haman or...
That's what, I was gonna say either Haman or Ridian. How about Haman?
Come on, your go.
Okay. So I get 3 attacks
you will actually...
Or is it 2?
You might only get 2 on this one because it went already. Let's see. Should take... No. You'll get... If you take the attack action on this turn, you can make 1 additional weapon attack as a part of the same action. Or actually, you only have... I forget, you're not a level 5 ranger. You only have 1 attack at the moment. So you will have 2 attacks in this turn.
2 attacks. Okay.
2 attacks.
And 1 bonus action, correct?
Yeah, you have a bonus action.
So, if I have 2 actions, so I can only have the second attack if I attack the first time?
Yes.
That does kind of... Okay.
Well, let me clarify. When you attack, you don't need to attack first. You just need to have attacked. You just need to have attacked in your first turn.
Because I was thinking to myself, like, maybe I could use elementalism to light one of my arrows on fire and shoot one at the bullet and shoot another one for Radiant to use as a torch of sorts.
Don't worry about me.
Don't worry about you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I'm going to attack twice. Then.
Got you. What are you attacking with?
My longbow.
You will have disadvantage because of how close you are to it.
Okay.
You will have a second chance though, since you have 2 attacks anyway.
That's true. You are a rogue as well, a level 3 one at that, so you can disengage as a bonus action.
I want my bonus action.
Yeah.
But, now, no, instead of my bow, I'll pull out my, I have 2 daggers. I'm assuming I can use them. Wait, do I have 2 daggers? I have this 1 dagger used for 2 different.
You have... Oh, that's weird. You have 2. Yeah, you have 2. You're a rogue.
Okay, so I have 2 daggers. I'm assuming I can use both of them to attack. Would I still only be able to attack twice with 2 daggers, or how does that work?
I don't think it's ranged attack. I think it's just an attack.
Mm-hmm.
Until the end of your turn. If you take the attack action. No, it's just an attack.
Okay. So I can still attack twice with 2 daggers?
Yep, you can attack twice. One with, yeah.
Alright. Then, let me read some range. Okay. So, I'm gonna attack this creature twice with my daggers. Do I roll normally or with advantage?
You do not roll with advantage.
Gotcha. So this...
Which... Actually, come on, make a perception check. As you notice this. 20. Perfect. You know that you're invisible right now if this thing has dark vision, and looking at its eyes, it does have dark vision. It seems to be looking around wildly for where you are. You take a step back and ready your bow, your dagger, get ready to lunge at it. You see its feet move. You think this thing has tremor sense. So while you are invisible and it can't see you with its eyes, it can absolutely see you with its feet.
That might change things for a moment.
But while you will not have advantage, if you can hit, you will still have sneak attack.
Which will... What does sneak attack do more time?
Just a more damage.
Just more damage? Okay, so I should put sneak... Should I just put sneak attack on me then? Oh wait, that's a bonus.
Yeah, you need to roll to hit first.
Yeah, okay. Actions... This is for the first one.
That is a hit. Let me go ahead. You only get sneak attack on one of these. Do you want to add it to this attack or the next one if you hit?
And that's a bonus action?
No, it's just a thing that happens.
Alright, I'll add it to this one.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage on him. There you go. You stab into it with 1 dagger. Its eyes looking around while it's about to chomp at you You have another attack. This is your Dread Ambusher. That's another hit. You don't do sneak attack, but you do get the plus 1d8. Let's go ahead and track that. Deal 9 additional damage. You stab into it once, cutting open part of its head. It's looking very bad now. And then you stab into it again. Oh, what's up?
I do want to do a bonus action. That's possible.
Absolutely.
I want to use Ensnaring Strike.
Okay. I believe... I need to make sure I understand what this does. So they need to make a strength check. A strength saving throw, I mean.
Mm-hmm. I think it's a strength check of 14, I believe.
That is a 17, unfortunately. Vines leech out from the ground and get ready to wrap around it. It begins thrashing wildly, trying to escape, and it manages to break most of them.
Gotcha. Alright. Yeah, I think that's the end of my turn.
Alright, pass into Ridian, I imagine?
Yeah.
Here we go, Ridian.
Yeah.
Go.
All right. I am going to use my bonus action first to use my wild shape to take on the starry form of the archer.
Absolutely. You get a, what's it called, an attack with that right now as well.
Yeah.
You will have disadvantage.
I think it's
because,
1d.
It will...
Yeah, it's a ranged attack.
Yeah.
All right, and that's fine for this time around. I don't have a thing for it yet, but it's 1d8 plus 5, so I'll just roll a d8, I guess.
No, you have it. Starry Form Archer.
Do I?
Yeah, it's under
Oh, there it
Class
is.
Druid. Well, you need to roll the hit first.
Yeah.
And then roll
Big
one more
ass
time
dude.
for the disadvantage.
Yes.
That is a miss on the second one, unfortunately.
Sad.
You kind of roll over. This thing almost just ate you whole. You're still recovering from the shards of rock. Your starry form, what does it look like as you cast your starry form, actually?
So Ridian begins to glow as he sheds a bright light in a 10-foot radius, and dim light 10 feet past that.
Mm-hmm.
So he can now see. It looks momentarily like maybe the glowing bugs have surrounded him. But if you looked closer, that it's just little pinpoints of starlight surrounding him in like a cloud.
Oh, I really like that. Yeah. So I need to put the ambient light on so you guys aren't dying.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and then my action, I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level, I think.
Are you going to try and back up to make sure it's not at disadvantage?
I think I will, and risk some damage. Or no, I'm so squishy. I'll just take the disadvantage.
Okay. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So very squishy. Hey!
Oh my goodness gracious. Well, that's certainly a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll that damage
Alright.
for me.
That was almost a statistic thing, because it's a
Yep.
1 in 400 chance to roll 2 net 20.
It was almost a
Mhm.
statistical wonder.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that will end your turn. It is going
And
to... Oh, please.
the next attack roll made on it before the end of my next turn will be made at advantage.
Yeah. So, it is going to try and follow the issued command of leave. It is going to immediately jump... it looks like it's jumping at you, Ridian, but it seems to jump past you, brushing up against you, jumping into this hole that it made over here. Haman and Ridian, do you try and make any opportunity attacks on it as it leaps away?
Is it trying to leave? Trying to leave, right?
It is leaving, yeah. Well, you don't know... You don't know if that means it's going forever, but it certainly is trying to leave right now.
I mean, command won't be affected if we attack it, so I'll use my reaction.
Got you. Go ahead and make an attack with advantage.
Great.
You
Ooh, I don't
have to if you
have.
want to, but you know.
I don't have any like melee weapons, so I would have to use my crossbow, which is disadvantage but neutral because of guiding bolt. So I could just I'll shoot him point blank with my crossbow, I guess.
Go for it.
All right.
That's a hit.
Nice.
It's very good.
All right.
Can I attack it with a moon sickle?
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
That's a hit. Yeah, go ahead and drag that damage on it. Maximum. Nice. It will leap over you, Rydian, and begin to burrow down. It's going to move 40 feet this way. And actually, one moment. It burrows underground. You can't see it.
Almost worse.
And then it's going to end its turn.
Underground.
Yep, it's underground right now. It's gonna
Perfect.
pass out one
Maybe
of
we need to.
one of you five at random.
Maybe we need to stand on the not tent.
How tall is this mushroom?
Pretty tall, probably about 7 feet off the ground. The top of it would be about 7 feet off the ground.
Could Hamon try jumping from this little box thing to the tent and to the mushroom?
Make an acrobatics check.
Or at least make his way, trying to find a way to make it to the mushroom, I suppose.
Yeah, 26. You're able to leap. You jump up on the box using your momentum. You do a leap through the air and land on top of this mushroom. I'll say in that case that this is your turn currently. Do you have anything else you'd like to do? That was your movement, I'll say.
That is in my movement, or
That
isn't?
is your movement.
Maybe just like lean forward a little bit, like right here. Get like a better view of the general area.
Got you. Who'd you like to pass to?
I'm passing to Violet.
Violet will lay on hands 20 to
That's lovely.
yeah, hold on. 1 2 3 4. There we go. I think that's 20. 5, 10.
Yep.
And that's it.
Gotcha.
Cause yeah,
Who'd you like to pass to then?
I will pass to Arya.
Alright, Aria.
Did I try to see if I can figure out where it is underground, like paying attention to the ground movements and seeing if I can try to pinpoint it?
Make a perception or survival.
Both are equal. We'll go perception.
That's an 8. Well, let me roll stealth on it. It's not the stealthiest.
That's funny. That's what.
17. Okay. You're looking around quite frantically, a little bit more. What's it called? A little bit more worried as your eyes glance around. You don't know where it is.
All right.
Do you have anything with power?
Tell me if this would be an action or not. I think Arya. Would we know that it has tremor sense?
You know what? I think yes, purely because of Hamon's discovery. I think you were standing the closest to Hamon, you saw the way it acted, where its eyes couldn't find Hamon, but the way that it moved, it seemed to know where he was anyways.
Okay.
So, I think you know it as tremor sense.
Arya's gonna pick up like either a decently sized rock or a handful and throw them, like kind of in between where the party is and Amon. Kind of. What's the way I could show this? Is there like a ping
It's a
point?
pointer. There actually is a ping in the top left, in the top right, on the leftmost group. There's something called ping mode, where you can click it, and then wherever you click, there will be a ping.
I don't see that. Hold on.
Yeah, it looks like a target.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, she's gonna throw him like right here,
Got you. Okay.
just to see if I can try to attract it
Got you.
there.
What shall I have you make for this? I feel like this one is a survival check.
Okay.
Or you know what? Animal handling. They're both the same.
Okay. Animal handling. There we go. Do. Better.
Hey,
Okay. They're gonna roll an insight check to try and beat that. They are notoriously good at wisdom, so yeah. We'll see the effects of that in a little bit. Who would you like to pass to? Or if you have something else you'd like to do.
I'm guessing that would have been an action, maybe.
Yeah,
do that.
that'd be an action. You're throwing something. It's technically an attack, but you know.
Yeah. I think bonus
does anyone
action.
have banishment?
I don't have a 4th level spell slot. I think I'll bonus action healing word Violet.
Gotcha. I can track that on them then.
Oh, me not realizing how low I actually am.
Max healing.
Nice. Yeah, look at that.
Me not realizing I actually have to pay attention.
And then who would you like to pass to? I believe Elowen and Ridian are the two left.
Okay. I'll pass to Ridian, and I'll let everyone know that, like, don't move. I'm trying to attract it to that spot and point it out.
Okay. What do I want to do with that?
If you'd like, you can prepare an action to attack it when it comes up.
I'm thinking I might prepare. Might be kind of a long shot. I'll prepare Entangle for when I see it resurface.
Gotcha. Absolutely. In that case, I imagine Elowen. It's your go.
If you had something similar to Arya, I was gonna use like the mold earth and attract it to that location. So now I'm like, well, they're already doing it, so
Oh, you do have Earth Tremor.
well, that's within 10 feet though. Where she has it,
Let me
I can't reach that far.
let me see. I believe I'm almost certain it doesn't. That's so weird. I was almost certain that Earth Tremor. No, I'm thinking of Earthquake. I believe there's a spell called Earthquake that's really good against things that are underground.
No. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Do I have oil?
That's a good question.
I guess not.
Let's see.
The only thing I can do, well, two things, is either make a conjure one of the elementals or do shield.
Shield is a reaction.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, for if something makes an attack against you, you can raise your AC by 5.
Do you have any kind of ranged attacks you could hold for when it pops out of the ground?
I don't think I can hold anything.
Why in your special defenses does it say 57? I think I might have done something and forgot to change it. I'm checking just to make sure, though.
57.
For me?
Yeah, normally I put that there if if that's somebody's max HP that I'm messing with. I don't know why that's there.
No.
I'm gonna choose not to think about it.
Is it my HP?
I'll say that is your max HP, so when I was putting the character sheets in, I might have accidentally typed in Elowin's. That's okay, don't worry about that. Well, you can always prepare an action to do something as it pops up.
Okay.
Yeah. But you could conjure elementals if you wanted to.
Point you choose. I can do Cloud of Daggers over the spot that
Yeah.
Arya
Absolutely.
had.
Oops. I didn't mean to do that.
You absolutely could. Did you want to cast it at a higher level, or just keep it at second?
Keep it at second.
Got you. Alrighty. A cloud of daggers will appear about right where they were at, so about right there. You are technically the end of the round. Would you like to pass to the Bulette, or do you have someone else you'd like to pass to?
I would like to ready an action if you pass to me.
I was gonna say, because I think Cloud of Daggers is only a minute.
Well, a minute in combat is
10 rounds.
Like 10 rounds.
10 rounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay. Then, yeah, we can go to Violet real quick.
Violet will prepare to cast Moonbeam when the bullet
Okay.
rises to the ground.
Got you. Anyone else
That's all.
wanted to prepare actions? I believe all of you have one except for Arya and Hamam. Alright.
If I can, I'll prepare Guiding Bolt.
Got you.
We'll say just first level.
Hamon, did you want to prepare anything?
I'm also gonna pull out his bow and prepare his arrows.
Got you. Would you like to also hide so you can get advantage?
Oh, I thought I was already hiding.
No, you have to do this as a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, I'll hide.
Got you. Do a stealth check for me real quick.
Alrighty.
I'll preemptively roll for its perception. It is good at perception, but I don't think it's that good. No, certainly not. Got a 14. You're fine. You have advantage. So, several things are going to happen all at once, and many of you are going to make many attacks. First things first, the Bulette, the ground is going to shake, and the Bulette is going to rise, jumping out of the ground like a shark, and try and chomp up. What did you throw over there? Just like rocks?
Just rocks.
It's going to try and chomp up the rocks. In the instant that it rises above, it's going to very first take the Cloud of Daggers damage. So if you want to just drag the damage onto it, you can.
This is gonna be
The
crazy.
4D slashing.
Yeah, just the 4d6 slashing.
4D6, it says 4D4. Am I not looking at the right
44. So sorry.
Okay, I'm like, I'm not doing the right one.
44 slashing. It winces. Ridian. I'm only doing this one first because it'll help literally everything else. If it
Mhm.
succeeds. Go ahead and drag the strength DC 16 on it. That is a failure. So it is now restrained. Go ahead and drag the moonbeam on it. That is a success, but I think it's still half damage, so drag the damage on.
Yeah.
Alright. And then Arya, go ahead and throw the guiding bolt at it. It might just die here. Wow. Unfortunate. Guiding bolt shoots past, launching into the distance, slamming into a rock.
Dang.
Haman, go ahead and make an attack roll with your bow for me.
Just 2 or 1?
Just one.
Okay.
Oh, do another one. You have advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is not in the chat.
You want to do it on the Bulette itself.
Oh, on the Bulette.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
But that's
I
okay.
forgot.
We'll keep that one. The damage will be on the Bulette, however. I'm going to grab that. Alrighty, go ahead and drag the damage on the Bulette for me.
I almost rolled the daggers.
And that will do it. It will rise out of the ground, bolts of light, daggers flying through the air, moonbeams shining down from above, vines will retch up out of the ground, grab it, hold it steady, and as it thrashes about, it breaks the vines for a split second, and an arrow shoots through one of its eyes. And it will fall over.
Is it dead?
It's very dead.
Okay.
And the vines will retract. And when you designate them, the moonbeam and the cloud of daggers will also fade away.
As soon as it dies, Violet immediately dispels her moonbeam.
Yeah, so
Alright.
Radiant winces at the sight of the vines.
Hamon's gonna come down the mushroom and walk up to the bullet. He's gonna pull out a dagger and he's gonna shake its abdomen a few times to make sure it stays dead.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Stab,
absolutely.
stab, stab, stab.
Just stab, 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 stab. It's very dead.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah.
That's
Can I use his hide? I imagine his hide looks pretty thick.
Oh, certainly.
I want to scavenge this bitch.
Go ahead and make me a survival check.
Cool.
19. Is there anything in particular you're trying to get out of this?
I will imagine I can use this hide to create some sort of clothing or armor like that. I don't think I had the materials for such things. Is there anything for potion making or like material creation?
Potion making might be a bit of a stretch. You do actually think the best thing for this would be for armor.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to scavenge for this armor.
Yeah. You're able to cut off some of its hide, and with a 19, you're able to cut it in a way where with only like a little bit of rope, or if you just kind of like put a harness on one side of it, you could make this into like shield or some kind of medium armor.
Oh. Okay. Do we have any of those? I know we have a rope, but do we have any of those? Oh wait, we have a shield, don't we? We have a spare shield.
You do.
I think
Can we enhance it?
I think that's very fun. I think over the course of the next long rest, yes.
Okay. I think Hamon's gonna keep the hide for now. And his little how much does that weigh actually? I imagine it weighs quite a bit.
Quite a bit. Not enough to encumber you or anything like that, but you don't think you can carry much more.
Violet will open her bag of holding
Let's do a back.
for it. Yeah.
Is it too big for the bag of holding?
No, certainly not.
Oh, okay.
I don't think they're. I don't know.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, it'll fit.
Yeah. We're just gonna keep the hide for now.
Violet will also cut off one of its talons and keep it as a trophy.
Absolutely.
How good is the meat? Would I know?
Make anyone that would like to can make me a either survival or nature check.
How wounded is everybody?
Everyone's
I think
actually
you're
pretty
Not
okay.
very.
I think we're all pretty okay, actually.
So,
Okay,
Aria's
Are we
the
all
whole stuff.
doing?
So, if you would like, just to,
Mhm.
you think this is a bullet?
Yeah, I'm fine.
I think it's a bullet. You don't know.
You don't know for sure. No, Rydian and Amon, you will know these creatures tend to be very awful tasting because they are predators that perceive everything as predators, meaning they most likely have eaten anything and everything. So it's kind of honestly a gamble. They might taste like dirt. They could poison you and potentially kill you, or they could taste absolutely amazing.
Is there a way for us to tell if this one would taste like shit or not?
Rydian will just eat it to find out.
Okay.
No,
We can't promise what you eat.
Yeah. Is there a way for Haman to figure out this one in particular would taste nice? If I could check his stomach, would that be a good way to tell?
That would be a good way to tell. So we're gonna do that at the same time. You cut open its stomach, and I want. Who do I want? Which one of you do I want to roll here? Oh,
I don't
man.
mind. Kind of like inside.
Make hold on. Make a D100 roll.
Oh,
You want anything below a 25 is poisonous. Anything between 25 and 75 is edible but awful. 75 is good. Okay. So it's edible.
edible.
It tastes horrendous to you, Rydian. It tastes like absolute garbage, but it's edible.
Which Rydian has eaten.
And you'll notice
Ah.
that too. You will cut open the stomach and you will see, unfortunately, a lot of dirt and rocks in there. Just things that might have gotten consumed while, kind of like when you swim and you swallow a bunch of chlorine and it sucks.
He's gonna grimace to himself. He's gonna look to the group. This thing won't taste good, but anyone hungry?
Rydian's just kind of like smacking his lips and like. It's bad. It's bad.
yeah, no thanks. I think I'm just gonna go back.
I eat glass and that's bad.
Yeah. Violet will resummon Bruce
Absolutely, Briss.
Bruce.
Bruce.
as you know, a bunch of wind gets pulled back together.
We also try to, can Arya try to redo the fire?
Absolutely. It's a little hard to put up, but you can patch it back together pretty quickly. And I imagine you guys are going to have a redo of a long rest then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Not gonna overplay it. You will have a long rest. Bruce will watch again for most of it. Nothing crazy will happen. Haman, you will pick up where he left off. And you will rest. Does it take 4 extra hours because of that little incident? Unfortunately, yes. But you guys are fine. Alrighty. So you will wake up, and you will feel once again the wind flowing in a direction. You think you could probably make it there today, if you're lucky.
I'll say Violet is probably the first one to wake up with Bruce. And just kind of pet him.
Absolutely.
And as she's looking at Bruce and like watching with him, she'll be saying a small prayer like normal.
Wonderful. Go ahead and add One concordance to your notes.
Yes.
Did that balut have teeth?
Did the Bulette have teeth? I don't believe so.
Okay.
It had like a whale mouth,
A whale
yeah.
mouth.
Mhm.
They are.
but like bony.
They are a mix between a snapping turtle and an armadillo.
Yeah, its teeth are like the ridges on the edge of its mouth.
Yeah. All right. So, are there any final preparations you make before setting off once more?
Nah. Not for me, at least.
Gotcha.
I light a torch for myself.
Gotcha. Absolutely. Yeah, you've just realized it's dark.
I love being able to see.
Does
Hamon
all
appears.
medium armor
What's
would all
up?
medium armor give me disadvantage on stealth check, or is it just certain?
Yeah.
Everything but a chain shirt.
And you're not going to be able to make chain out of this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, okay.
You could enhance a shield, though. I would just make it a +1 shield, essentially.
I thought we had 2 shields, but I only see the one that I have. What's it?
We have the other one, the bag of holding, I believe.
Is it in the bag of holding?
I think so.
I think so. Oh no, one of them was the Sentinel shield, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the one that Arya has, and then I believe someone else has the other shield. Yeah.
I have it.
There is something I'd like to do.
Yeah.
Instead of Viridian using a torch, Violet will rip the lantern patch off the robe of useful items.
Oh, look at that! I love the robe of useful items.
And when the lantern appears lit, hand it to.
Yippee!
Excellent. Yeah, look at that. I need to look at how this works in case you try, because I think you can like do a random one and then I have to roll for it.
Yeah. The lantern casts bright light in a 60-foot cone and dim light for an additional 60 feet. Once lit, it burns for 6 hours.
Wow, look at that. Hold on, rolling something very quickly for no reason at all. That's a lot.
That's a lot more patches. Okay, then.
That's 12 more patches. I have... Sorry, the things on here are fucking hilarious. I'm gonna keep track of something really quick while you guys roleplay it.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
How much gold do we have? Do we all have 0 gold?
Not a lot, if any.
I was gonna say, I think there was a gold coin or something that was picked up earlier. I think.
Yes.
I forget who has it though.
Gotcha. Because
Let me see if I can find.
I love some of these random patches. That
You- I do want to get armor eventually. I don't.
So,
Oh,
I'm doing things.
so I'm also be like chipping away at some wood, like just wood carving.
Mm-hmm.
What do I want to carve out of?
What are you allowed to carve? Is that what you asked?
Yeah, what am I allowed to carve out of a wood?
Whatever.
What's the limit?
Whatever you'd like. Imagination.
I want to make a flute.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make me another survival check. Also, don't mind this.
Oh shit!
Christ.
That's how my enemies were fighting.
24. No, certainly not. 24. Yeah, you're able to make. You don't necessarily have the time to make it as fully functional as you might want to. But it's good enough. I would say. You feel pretty confident in it.
What is hempen? What is that?
It's just a type of rope.
Made out of hemp
What's hemp?
plants. Imagine like twine, but really thick.
Oh, it's like a very thick. Okay.
It's like a natural fibered rope. Kind of sheddy.
These are fucking crazy items. Sorry. These are...
Yeah, I'm totally not muted laughing my butt off.
I'm gonna play the
God.
I'm just gonna play the flute. See if it's
Yeah, absolutely. Make a little performance check.
I was gonna
This
say
is for
performance.
fun.
that's a -1.
You got this?
14. It's not half bad.
Arya's just gonna be sitting cross-legged, doing a little prayer to her gods.
Absolutely. Make me a religion check.
I think also, as she's doing that at the very end, she's also gonna do a little prayer as well to Aloris.
Absolutely. Let me see what you got. A 7.
Yeah.
7's okay. Go ahead and add 1 to your concordance in your notes. Oh, you don't have it yet. I'll add it there.
Ridian's just watching everyone in camp.
Absolutely.
I would like to. I can't. So Violet doesn't know what how to hear or doesn't know primordial, but she would like to hold the book. Just hold it for a little bit, not for a while, not like the whole time. She just wants to hold it.
Yeah, Ridian will take it out of his little carrying case that he made, and hand it over. And he looks a little anxious, like someone's holding his baby.
Violet stays right there. Just looks at it. That's it. She just holds it and looks at it.
Yeah,
As it
Ridian like
being-
taps some of the runes for her.
Mm-hmm.
Does I'm sorry that. Yeah, I know you're like doing things. I have another question.
Sure.
Could Haman go into the forest and look for like enough supplies to make a pan flute instead?
Oh, okay. You want to go forage? Believe that would be another survival check.
Ridian's ears perk up if you mention that out loud. He plays the pan flute.
You can roll Iridian if you would like to help. You can roll with advantage. So in other words, roll one more time. Hold on.
Are you gonna help me?
Yeah.
Rita's gonna help me.
That is the... Okay. Yeah. 19 feet. You guys are beginning... you step out of the little clearing, look around, find some small, almost dead grass. It seems to be growing bizarrely here. You're able to tie together various bits of wood of various lengths, carve out the middles. You make a little pan flute.
Either Haman's gonna offer it to Iridian.
Yeah, Ridian fucking backflips and goes, yippee! He's a satyr, he's good at jumping. So he just goes, yippee! Backflips, and just like holds it so tight. And he goes, oh, thank you so much. I used to have a pan flute, but I left it in Kara.
You talk about this car place a decent bit. What is this? What is that?
I suppose it's one of my homes. It's some islands to the, well, I don't know where we are right now, but it's like, it's like west of most lands. some really small islands. It's like 300 some odd people who live there. But that's where I live with my family when I'm not in the archipelago with my husband.
So you travel back and forth.
I actually haven't gone home since I left for the archipelago. But I would like to go home soon. You know, maybe after this trip. I know that if I went the way I am right now, I might pose a risk to the people that I love who are there.
How does that work?
I have a curse that I'm hoping to get rid of. That's why I'm seeking Aloris, to see if maybe I can have the knowledge through sort of trying to aid their followers to get rid of this curse.
What kind of curse is it?
It's really difficult to explain, but I was raised in the Feywilds, and my clan, the other satyrs that lived there with me, weren't the best to be around. So after about 180 some odd years of being treated pretty poorly, I made a pact with an archfey to be transported somewhere else, and I ended up in Kara. But the cost for that transportation was a curse bestowed on me.
Sorry, I'm still a little confused by like what the curse is. So it's transportation.
Yeah. Iridian opens his mouth and shows just teeth far too sharp to belong to a satyr. And just goes kind of looks a little bit sheepish after that and just says, whatever the archfey did to me, I'm not only a satyr anymore, and I at times can feel my control on the other part slipping. So I need to get rid of the curse before I can go home.
I can respect that. Actually, I really do hope we can find a way to dispel that curse of yours.
Me too. That's why I wanted to go on this path so bad. I figured if it's taking us to a place called the Mountain of Wishes, that maybe I can achieve my goal a little bit sooner.
I don't know what it's like to have a home. I can also imagine not being away for it for so long can make one quite hurt, I suppose.
Yeah, I haven't heard from my family in Kara since I left 6 months ago. I don't know if they got my letters or if they think I'm dead or abandoned them, but that's why I need to get home.
Are they your family by blood, or?
No, they adopted.
Well, yeah, I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry.
It's all right. That's why I'm so determined to see this mission through. And I know that there are a few people back home in Kara who would love to hear the tale of what happens on this journey. So I suppose even once I get what I want, I can at least bring some knowledge home as well.
Are there many Aloris followers in Kara?
Not many, not any more than worship, Sinakis or Tenignus or Guntera, but perhaps I knew of about 5 or 6 out of 300 people.
Wait, Titan worship is popular in Kara?
Oh, very. More popular than the worship of gods. Though usually, if you believe in gods, you also worship, the Titan kind of belonging to that pantheon.
How is that? Why would people want to follow these Titans so much? At least so many of them.
The Titans created the world as we know it, I suppose. I suppose it's to give thanks and things like that. You have to respect where things came from in order to truly understand it.
I guess the confusion comes from they don't necessarily need the worship.
They don't, not like a god does. But I think it's certainly a unique thing about Kara.
I guess my confusion stems from why they would do so. Like, what's to benefit, right? I mean, with God, they often do favors and whatnot. But following Titan, bit of a flip of a coin if they answer you or not, right?
I suppose the answer to your question, I'll answer it with another question, but should a god or Titan only be believed in if there's benefit to be had from it?
That is a fair point.
I think the difference comes that one needs belief, the other one doesn't, no?
If you didn't need someone to believe in you to live your life, wouldn't you still appreciate belief? Someone that can appreciate you and things like that? Imagine going your entire life without someone saying that they're proud of you or something. Certainly you don't need it to survive, but wouldn't it be nice at least?
But is that giving humanity to forces of nature?
I suppose that's up to interpretation. I myself follow Sinakwas. I'm a member of the Church of the Deep, but for me, it's more appreciating the gifts of water, of the ocean, of the bounty that it provides and the life that it supports, more than necessarily personifying Sinakwas. When I am by the ocean, I can feel the thrum of life, I suppose. Even if I don't necessarily have a face to put to that or any direct benefit from it, it still soothes me. And I believe in the power that has.
I'm sorry if I'm seemingly being a contrarian of sorts.
No, it's alright. I know that the ways of Kara are pretty foreign to those who haven't been there.
It's also
those who don't call it home.
I guess I'm also trying to wrap myself around faith.
That's something that can't really be explained, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Not one for religious ties.
The Dust, I have a question.
Okay.
Because I've never actually understood. Is it okay to worship both a Titan and a god?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like people worship Luna Nora, who are part of, the
Okay.
Church of the Deep and stuff.
Okay. So then for the
That-
first time...
Sorry, that being said, it is dependent on what group you are a part of, because, there are probably one or two sections of worship of anything in the world where you have to solely believe in that thing. So it's up to you if they're from something like that, but more likely they would be okay if you worship gods, because gods and titans are two separate things.
As they're talking and Violet's still holding the book, she's gonna kind of walk away a little bit. And for the first time in probably a while, she will pray to Dunsodmar, the god, the sage of stars, knowledge, the unknown, and preparedness. Because this is a very unknown book to her.
What's your intention in praying?
To believe in the unknown, that this will help.
That the book will help?
That embracing the unknown of the book will help.
I see. Okay. Go ahead and make me a D100. Actually, I feel like this is. Oh no.
Kristen Applebee's moment.
You told me. Bad.
Oh no. Okay. I was gonna say this. I think this will be a situation where we will roll concordance. I think that you are beseeching the gods for help. We're beseeching a god for help. However, don't do that afterwards. So I will ask right now, is this something you just want to pray to without the expectation of receiving anything in return, or do you want to genuinely ask the gods for help? Well, God, but you know.
I think the way Violet usually prays is she welcomes help, but she doesn't expect it.
So,
Like,
okay. So mechanically, what I'm asking, do you want to roll for concordance? Or do you want to just pray and have that be that? You would roll again. We're not going to use the 28 because I did not tell you what you were doing.
Would rolling...
Basically, normally with concordance, the higher you roll, the better things you get with like you get to like summon allies and like stuff like that. However, in this case, all you specifically need is above a 40. You will get an answer.
Then Violet probably would look into the unknown for help.
Got you. Roll a D100. You're going to add 3 to this.
No.
Oh, goodness gracious.
That's right.
You reach
I mean,
out,
it makes sense. She hasn't prayed to him in a minute.
You reach out to a god asking for something, a god you haven't talked to or heard of in such a long time. There is irritation, and you hear the word insolence in your mind ring through for a moment. And unfortunately, you are baned. You are cursed. This is nothing crazy. But essentially, until you take another long rest, or until you get the remove curse spell cast on you, you're going to have a minus 1d4 to everything you do.
That's, yeah. That makes sense.
It's very unfortunate.
Probably shouldn't have done it, but it's okay.
Yeah. Ridian's like, book.
Yeah.
But
It's like nothing happened.
so it's not like I'm not one for faith. It's hard to put this. I grew up on the street, right? I wasn't really anyone of importance for a good while. Was a street rat. Slept where I could. Stole when I needed to. Did jobs by opportunities. I wasn't a good kid growing up. And then this nomad came and picked me up. At first, I tried my best to avoid him, but he always found his way to me. He taught me, good and bad. He helped me adapt the morals and try to have me understand hope and faith. For a while, I thought I was a cast off from any sort of deity, gods, or higher being. But this man, who did become a father figure to me, helped me adopt hope again. Before he passed away, he would mention how he always wanted to hear or know where Aloris is or what's going on with them. I didn't really pay too much attention because it's not like I grew up in that kind of environment to really know what Aloris really was or is or could be. All I know about Aloris is what he would speak about to me.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to find a reason why Aloris went quiet. He couldn't do it himself because, well, he was getting old, couldn't move as much anymore, whatnot. Which is probably one of the bigger reasons why I'm on this journey, is to, in maybe one way, shape, or form, fulfill that wish for him.
That's very noble of you.
He saved his life. Sorry, he saved my life. And I couldn't save his. And maybe in some way, shape, or form, me doing this is saving him or his soul. And Hamon's gonna go into his pockets and pull out a little sprig of mistletoe. This is the last thing he gave me. And so hopefully on my journey, I guess to me, this symbolizes him joining me on this journey. And hopefully if I find the answers, if I live enough to find the answers, even in the afterlife, you could also know. So I suppose me asking all these questions, trying to figure out faith, is also me trying to figure out why he had so much faith.
Violet, after kind of angering a god, that's basically what that means, right, Dust? I kind of angered a god a little bit.
It is annoying.
Okay. Yeah. Scarlet will like kind of whisper under her breath, be like, "God damn it." and then be gonna be like, people put faith in things to give themselves hope. Just like I put my faith in one god and then split it between that god and a titan. And I put my faith in both of them for hope. That's just the way I see it.
And other times, people just don't know anything else.
That is also true.
And
And
she'll
there's-
clutch her feathers.
There's also the very few who do it for power.
Sorry, one moment. Don't mind me.
Am I minding you,
wow.
actually?
Wow, Ridian, wow, I see all that. I'm just kidding.
But
I'm just
So-
playing.
Hamon's gonna twirl the sprig of mistletoe in his hands a little bit before putting it back into his little pockets. He's gonna scratch the back of his head and stand up. Well, are we all ready to continue the journey then?
Yeah.
I believe so.
let's go before I make anyone else mad. No context. She doesn't give any context and just
Hold on.
starts
Anyone else mad?
She doesn't give any context and just starts walking.
Ridian just goes, Violet, I'm not mad that you took the book. I just, like I don't
doesn't
usually
answer.
get to carry
She completely ignored.
Violet, I don't get to do cool stuff. I'm a house husband. I'm a house husband.
She's like so mad at herself for pissing off a god that she's like, fuck.
Violet, are you mad at me? Are you
Can I
mad at
do
me?
it?
Check yes or no. I hand her a
Yeah,
note.
actually do an insight check.
Check yes or no.
Yeah. Do an
I'm gonna
insight.
take
Yeah, I feel like Ari is the best person.
Alright, do an
I was gonna
insight.
say as another person.
Or
to
me.
roll.
Yeah, you can roll insight, Ridian, if you'd like.
Ridian has a plus 11. You guys.
Oh.
You don't.
Ridian's like, are you mad at me? Knows that you're not.
Arya, you are confused because the phrase "before I get anybody else mad" is like super out of nowhere because nobody seemed angry at all, and you're like a little confused, but you don't quite understand it. Ridian, you're watching, they're ignoring you, but you don't think it's out of ignorance. You think that there are just several thoughts going through their mind right now. You don't think they're mad at you. You think they're going through something else.
Amon's gonna he's gonna have a very exasperated sigh hearing all this bickering. No, not bickering, it's fooling around, sorry.
Yeah.
And just start walking. However, you're gonna look back at the tent.
It's gone.
Oh god. No. No. Just no.
God.
I swear.
He's gonna look back at
God.
the tent. He's gonna look back. He's gonna look over at Elowen before he starts going too far away. Hey, Elowen.
Hmm.
Does that tent look a little off to you?
She starts panicking internally, like,
Oh my god.
And Amon's
So-
gonna
Violet-
walk away. He's gonna keep walking.
I would also like to look back because Violet wasn't part of the tent thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I see a tent?
Make an investigation check.
Jesus Christ, my -1.
Please.
-1.
No.
It's a
Guys,
12.
I don't think this is a 10.
It's a 12. I mean,
I don't know.
So here's the thing.
God damn it.
Here's the thing. Ridian is standing next to this thing, and you know this is a 10. You're looking at it. You see the flaps, and you think, "What an idiot! It's a 10. Of course, it's a 10." You don't know about this one.
No, as soon as you say that, detect magic's already cast on it.
You detect that necromancy from before? Or I guess you don't
Okay,
anymore.
but I-
It got burned. Never mind.
Okay, good. She's like, okay, good, and then
Predicts art magic.
walking.
Yeah.
She. Oh. I think Violet will give Arya like a somewhat knowing glare of faith person to faith person of like I fucked up.
You know,
A glare or a glance?
Yo, either one.
I was gonna say if you glare at Arya, I think she's gonna be like, "Am I the one you're mad at?"
No, she's gonna look
Fuck.
at you and she's gonna look at you wide eyed and then look up and she's gonna be like, I fucked up.
as Amon's walking, he's gonna yell to the group. You know, I heard medicine turn into very crazily large things. It's not like the magical creatures, right?
Yeah, I think. I don't know.
Arya's probably gonna be the one. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Don't worry about it.
Does
I
Does-
will worry about it.
I
Actually.
Why do you make
There.
another wisdom saving throw?
No, you're fine.
does. I swear to God.
No,
Alright, I'll
well,
give
Yeah.
one look back at the tent.
As they leave, Ridian glares at the quote unquote tent. Casts like starry wisp on it and just blows it the fuck up.
What?
It blows up. it sure does blow up.
Whoa! What's all that for?
Listen, I can't let a mimic follow us.
It was the small one. the
You're
whole time.
welcome.
Yeah, it was the small one. So,
It was the small one.
as you all pack up, question whether or not something is or is not a tent, you will make your way out of this clearing and begin to travel once more. You travel up, out, and about until after, I want to say, what feels like a day or so. You come across a staircase. And when you look at that staircase, you begin to climb up just a little bit more. The elevation is better. You can breathe a little bit lighter. It's not as cold as it was before. And you see another staircase, the skeleton of a giant beast and a building embedded into the wall. And for those with Detect Magic up, you see magic, the wind, flowing into it. And that is
Wait,
where
like-
we will end the session for today.
Like, is it built with like bone decorations, or is the building made out of?
No, it's a building made out of just like stone, but there's a giant skeleton on the ground.
Oh, okay.
You'll see it next time. Actually, I could briefly show it to you. Where's it at? Is it right here?
Oh.
There you go. You could look at it if you want really quick and see the skeleton on the ground.
Well,
I don't see it.
So
Yeah, the map is just gray.
Oh, I love
map
that.
is just white for me.
Oh, there it is. Ooh, dragon.
Yeah, it's a big dragon
Oh,
skeleton.
Oh,
Dwagon.
Oh,
The wagon. But yeah!
a dragonborn was here.
That's. I guess it was born of a dragon. You are correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is where we will end for today. So, thank you guys for playing. Thank everyone who came to watch. I have a lot of fun with this campaign. I really like the Titan talk. Also the tent talk. A lot of tea talks.
Well,
Titans and
Big
Temps.
T.
And how great!
Ooh, I
We do
pissed
realize
off a
from now on
god.
out, anytime we see a tent, every single one of us is gonna sit there and argue if it's a tent or not.
Yep.
I feel like Ahmad knows this. It was a tent, but I think he's just fucking with everyone else.
Listen, I
It's
got like
probably-
a 2.
Well, especially Eloy. He clearly fucked with Elo in there.
Radiant
Yeah,
is the
'cause I'm
smartest
right in the
idiot
middle.
you'll ever see.
Just guess.